So just a disclaimer before we start this episode, there is going to be spoilers for certain zombie films, like there's a series, Walking Dead. We talk about World War Z. We talk about 28 Weeks Later.
More Dying Light.
Dying Light, yeah. So if you don't want to listen to that bit, then fuck off, really.
Jesus, the fuck.
But yeah, otherwise, enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the OCP, the Original Copycats podcast. It is a What Would You Do If Today, which we have. All right.
What would you do if?
It is a what. What would you do if today? We haven't done one in a while, so we thought we'd jump on and just do something different because. There's no reverse words today because Dave has got a dodgy throat. Thanks very much, Dave.
Stop sucking the dicks.
Yeah, too much deep throat in there, mate. You need to get yourself a better hobby. Take up crack or something.
Yeah. Crack.
So the question we are doing today is one that we thought we'd covered, but we haven't.
Yeah.
And it's a question that we've asked each other in the past. I know that. And it's a question that comes up a lot, I feel, at a younger age, more so than now. But where it was when I was young. Anyway, looking at me like I'm... Great. So the question is, what would you do if you woke up in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh.
Josh would orgasm, apparently.
Yeah, but there'd be no more work.
True.
You'd wake up like, responsibilities are gone. No more bills.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So, my question to you, Josh, is, what would you do if you woke up in a zombie apocalypse?
I'd wake up and I'd look outside because how different would the world actually look? This isn't a video game or a film. So how different would the world look? Unless you literally look out your window and see somebody eating somebody else. Like, imagine you woke up and everything looked the same.
I think it would.
Exactly.
Because it's not going to have like a green sky or like raining blood or some shit like that.
But how different would the streets look? Do you think it would have gone into mass chaos by the time you woken up? You wake up at midday, so you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm already dead. I think that it would be more or less the same in residential areas that are small, but in the bigger cities and like town centre and stuff, there might be crashed cars and maybe like dead bodies.
Dead bodies? So where we are right now then, I'd say we're not too bad. We're just outskirts of town centre.
I mean, I'm not at your house when I wake up.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're going to be thinking about it from your house. You're fine.
Yeah.
Your house is.
I'm fine.
You're cushy. You're on the
on the outskirts. Yeah,
Swindon,
I can just cross into a field and
that's not
run around naked.
You don't. Oh, fuck. You'll be shot just in a mistake.
They'll be like, just put that one down. It was a kindness.
He's got crazy. Oh well. In the UK, there's obviously very strict gun laws.
Yeah.
So this is the only time ever.
Army of roadmen.
Yeah. What you saying, blah? Fucking shank him. Start loads of roadmen stabbing him in the stomach.
Oh, God.
But yeah, this is the only time that I'm against like us not having guns. Every other time is fine. That's why we don't have mass shootings. But in the zombie apocalypse, like, well, shit, I got a kitchen knife. Like that
I'm actually quite lucky.
You're all right because you got fucking weird hobbies.
Yeah, I got a fucking armory in my house.
Yeah, you're good. You are good. I think I'd be all right.
Yeah.
But, all right. So let's say I've woken up.
Yep.
First thing I'm going to try and do is
your mum. Not your mum.
Why would you want me to do your mum?
Yeah, okay. I mean, our two mums aren't the only mums in the universe, but...
But you spoke from my perspective and you said your mum, which would imply your mum.
I was doing your mum. mom thing.
I know what you were doing. Your mom.
Oh,
No, I'd try and get to my truck. For fuck's sake. I've always wanted to kit out a vehicle with like
yes.
stuff. So it wouldn't be done in a day. So my first day in the zombie apocalypse would be wake up, make sure all my family in the household are safe, the doors are locked, we're safe in this house. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. After establishing that the house is safe and locked down, grab every bit of canned food we can. Get it all in a bag. We've got loads of fucking bags. Kelsey buys bags and then puts bags in bags.
Yep.
You know? So we do that. Once we're secure, we have to decide what we do with the dog.
Okay.
That's a very difficult decision because our dog, I love her to pieces.
Easy meal.
Well, yeah. It wouldn't be. It's not an easy meal. It's a very difficult, heartbreaking meal. But I wouldn't go, right, day one of the fucking apocalypse, kill the dog. I'm not that desperate.
It'd be like I Am Legend, but without the dog.
Where he snaps his son's neck instead of the dog's. Yeah, but you got to decide, like, do we bring the dog with us? Like, she's going to bark. You know what I mean? She's going to be
a nuisance.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to leave her, like, stranded in the house.
No, I get you.
I'd have to take her, maybe let her go free. Because I think she's got a better chance of getting, like, surviving out there in the wild on her own than she has with us.
Yeah.
Because we're going to hold her back, essentially.
She probably wouldn't approach anybody anyway in the wild.
No.
So she'd be safe.
Yeah. So I would say that she'd probably be safer.
Do dogs turn into zombies?
It depends what scenario. In a video game, yes, but in most films I've seen, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, animals are normally non-affected. They just normally end up being a meal for the zombies.
Okay.
But I think dogs go feral quite quick. If you give them a couple of weeks, I think, of non-domesticality, I guess, if that's the right word to say, they will probably end up going feral and resorting back to some sort of natural state of aggressive dogness.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'd probably let her go free. Somewhere safe, and it'd break my heart, but it'd be somewhere secluded, and be like, look, I can't protect you in this
Better
world.
than having her in a burger, innit?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, but then somebody else might fucking kill her and eat her.
Eat them.
Then I'll be better than the zombies.
It's not a question of morals, mate.
Do I eat this dog, but then I'm no better than the zombies?
It's a human eat dog world out there.
Oh, now you've said that, I might just kill her.
Yeah, you twisted my leg.
If anybody's going to eat her, it's me. Okay,
It's a kindness.
We've stuck on to Bear for too long now. All right. So whatever has happened with Bear, she survived. I'm just going to say she survived in this fictional scenario.
Okay.
So I've taken my family. I'm going to go up the road to see my parents because they're just up the road. And my dad, I think, would be a very good asset in a zombie apocalypse. My mum's a very good carer.
Okay.
And she's got first aid training and stuff like that.
So none of them have turned.
I'm assuming none of them have turned. At this
Okay.
point. I haven't left the house yet.
Right.
I'm still eating Bear. Call my mum. Josh, what are you doing eating the dog? Everybody's the zombies. No, it's just Bill. He's drunk again.
It's Halloween, Josh.
Start eating the dog. Okay, so yeah, I've gone round to my parents, and I'm now taking them if they would listen to me. Fucking stubborn bastards. Come with me. We're gonna go to the truck and get the truck out.
Yeah. Well, your dad has got a sort of camper van type thing anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
So that would be quite handy for transport a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people. That was a sentence. And transporting a lot of people.
Transporting a fair amount of people.
Yeah, to the truck.
Yeah.
So.
And as well, worst case is that would be better on fuel. So we just kit the motorhome out.
Yeah.
Get some like metal bars and shit. Like, we'll be all right, I think. And because there's no guns in the UK, really, what I see in a lot of TV shows and films is guns are the downfall of humans as well. Because people overpower other people with guns.
Yes.
You're like, well, in the UK, okay, I'll slap some metal on on a vehicle. Nobody around here is going to be having guns on them, realistically, unless they had them prior.
Pinehurst.
Yes, Pinehurst, yeah. Get out of Pinehurst, we'll be all right. But that's what I'm thinking, is that nobody around here is going to be shooting at us.
No.
It's going to be blunt objects and sharp objects. In a vehicle, we're pretty safe. You know? So I think in the UK, you get a vehicle, you kit it out, you're going to be safe for a lot longer than you would have been in America, where people will block roads and then like point AKs at you.
Okay, so I'm waking up,
It's a
hitting
shame.
snooze,
Yeah.
oversleeping. I get woken up by my family coming into my room going like that, and I'm
then
like, oh shit, they turned.
Gets eaten, and that's Alex's life.
There we go. Welcome to the OCP.
Alex just starts doing a podcast.
No, I don't bother opening my curtains in my room, so I'm not going to know for a while.
But your curtains lead out to the back of your house.
Yes.
And I don't think that'd be a very good point of view anyway for
No.
the apocalypse.
But then knowing what some of my neighbours are like, I wouldn't know the difference anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
between-
Yeah.
The parking down my street is dreadful. So it depends on what day it is, because if it's a day at work, then
You haven't woken up at work, mate.
no, but if it's a day, like a weekday, I would be going to work, but it's so early that you're not going to really know what's going on.
I would hope it's a weekend because I might have been staying out in the truck that night. You know, it would be nowhere near my house.
You just kit the truck out in the truck.
But then I've got to try and make it back to my family. That's terrifying.
All right, Dom. So
Family.
let's say it's a weekend then. So it's a Saturday. I'm getting up around midday. I'm not going to lie.
I think you're going to be woken up. I think your mum and Andy are going to come in and be like, Alex, the world's gone to hell.
Actually, yeah, that could be.
It's not going to be a
'cause-
normal day, is it?
Okay, so they're going to come in. They're going to wake me up. They're going to be like, right, we need a meeting in the room right now. So we're
They're
like,
going to
okay.
call a fucking meeting.
Yes, that would 100% happen. So
Who's been eating all the fucking peanut butter? Before we get down to business.
who ate bear? So
Josh's dog's been eating. Who was that?
so we go downstairs. He's like, right, what are we having for lunch? No, he goes, right, the world's gone to shit. I don't mean to alarm you, but the Tories are still in power.
Daniel's like, yes.
We have got, as mentioned, a lot of weapons in our house. Legally owned, I might add. They are all for reenactment purposes.
Blunt objects. Really,
Yes,
apart
there are
from
a couple that are factory edges, and some of them are battle ready, so you can swing and take a chunk out of something. I have some fake weapons, like fake guns, that I bought off a reenactment site. So I've got a Western rifle and a revolver, which look real, which I think would be a good intimidation tactic if we needed to get anything, right? So...
Alex is going straight out for the poontang.
I'm like, I've waited 25 years to get some bussy. What I'm going to do is we're basically going to hold up in the house for a bit, I reckon, and think about gathering supplies. The one thing we're really going to...
Gather supplies.
The one thing we've really got to worry about is Daniel.
Why? Because of his life choices.
No, well, generally, because of his diabetes.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry, I thought you meant about his opinions on the world.
I support Rishi Sunak. We'll just chuck him out, mate. We don't need dead weight.
We can't worry about this neo-Nazi Daniel.
Josh is going to eat him. It's fine.
I would actually, though.
So, yeah, we've got to worry about that. So we're going to have to raid the hospital or some shit.
Political views. Sorry, in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. You fucking Tory, get him out of there.
He's
Sorry,
going to be following the footsteps of Matt Hancock and just taking a trip down to Wales. What? I need an optician's appointment. All right. Satire. So, yeah, so I think we would have to worry about supplies. Now, going down to our little local shop is going to be an issue because we are surrounded by scrooty fucks. And it's like a fucking apocalypse most of the time. So I don't really know what we're going to do there. We'll probably have to take a weapon with us. It's going to be such a surreal moment, isn't it? Like when you leave the house and you have a weapon with you, it's like you have committed to that.
I always will end up leaving the house with a weapon on me.
In your pants.
Yeah, boy. Sorry, that's terrible. Cut that out.
I shoot off a lot in public.
Oh my god.
Because I come.
No, you don't. You follow r/nofap.
Just because you saw it on a... Hey, at least I'm trying. I did search for Rule 34.
Big Euro 6 Rule 34 today. You fucking liar. Fucking trying my ass.
That was funny too, to be fair.
I want to see the big marshmallow guy with his tits out. You know what I mean? Baymax bussy.
Jesus Christ.
Not coming back from that. So, in the apocalypse, Alex is going to look up Rule 34 Baymax.
So I don't know where to go from that. We're going down to Tesco.
Terrible decision.
Well, we need super noodles. You right there?
Fuck you. Catch me off guard with super noodles.
Oh,
This is the only time I'm ever going to recommend this to you
yeah.
in our life. But definitely go to a school. They're like all the supplies you need, plus more. Javelins.
You only live once.
Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Not for you to encourage your fucking nonciness.
Yeah, go to a jail after. It's safe as houses in there, mate. Locked up.
But I was thinking I've always thought the javelin, like a big pokey stick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what they say about my...
Don't. Stop it. Stop it now. Don't even think about it. Go to a school.
So don't even think about it, and then you follow up with that.
Go to a school. They've got a canteen. They have to, order in supplies.
We've got experience of stealing from canteens.
Yeah,
so.
is it really theft if the world's gone to shit? Just borrowing without permission at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone to a school. I've joined you there.
I haven't said I'm going to a school. I've just said don't go to Tesco's.
Well, my initial thought, right, whenever someone has asked me what I would do in a zombie apocalypse, my go-to thing is I would go on a boat.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
And I doubt the zombies can swim. I'm always picturing them trying to walk underwater like the guys from Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
but then drowning because their lungs fill up with water.
Well, they don't drown, do they? They don't breathe. They're dead.
But then they need oxygen for their brain to function.
No, that's what the parasite or whatever virus has infected their brain. Why do you think zombies can live with just heads? They're not breathing in then, are they?
Well, they got a hole at the bottom of their neck.
No, I think the zombies would sink. The water would fill up their organs and they would sink, but they would still be functioning because that's what happens. It's just the brain that
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I always tried to calm myself down as a child because I was deadly scared of zombies when I was younger. And I always told myself that zombies eat brains, right? But you need a brain to be able to move. So it made no sense. And that's what calmed me down.
Well,
but then zombies don't technically eat brains now. They're sort of just they'll tear your flesh off.
Yeah, they don't discriminate of what part of the body they eat. They'll eat everything.
If you've watched A Scout's Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse,
I love that film.
just ripping dicks off.
Yeah. Yeah, one zombie eats vagina. Yeah. So
more action than me.
Yeah. He didn't have a lower jaw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just,
oh, my God.
Yeah. He eats out
Ugh.
the pussy. It's a good film, by the way. Watch it.
It is a good film.
But yeah, zombies, I think in modern terms, the zombie would survive fine. The brain is just where the virus takes over and then takes over all motor functions, but they don't need oxygen to survive.
Okay. So I would go. Where's the closest harbour to us for a boat? Is it Gloucester? Yeah, you Google map that.
Have a look.
Because I would head to a harbour or a swimming pool. Go to Coatwater, just stand on the diving board.
You ain't getting me now, you fuckers. Gloucester, yeah. We got...
They got a big pirate ship at Gloucester. I might get on that. Avonmouth.
Well, you got Arnold. There.
Okay.
Avon mouth. Not
Avon.
The Avon mouth. Yeah, I would go there because that's where they get all the goods in.
Although,
you ever drive over that bridge?
what if you went? Oh, mate, what if you went to a canal?
What about it?
You could get on a canal boat. They're fucking lush.
You're not living a lavish luxury, mate.
You might as well. You might as well try.
Mate, you're running away from shit. The zombies will walk on the water and just be grabbing at your boat.
Oh, they Jesus.
No, under them. They're not deep, are they? Some of those canal boats don't travel over deep water.
Are they not?
No.
Oh, I thought they were like 12 foot deep.
No.
Yeah.
Some of them, some places you'll get to, and this is like 12, 13 feet deep. But most of the time, it's like you could stand in the fucking river.
Oh, right. I think, actually, I would go to Lechlade.
Why?
Because they've got the canals there. I'd get in one of them, fuck off into the actual sea, and then find a better boat from there. Because I think it would be safer to get to somewhere closer and do it by foot than it would to drive the entire way and then get trapped somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't take a Lechlade boat out into the ocean though.
No?
No, the sturdiness. Imagine you go out there on a fucking choppy day, your boat's done.
Yeah, but then
You're onto something with the canal boat. I just think that you would need to find one that was in a deeper part, and you got to remember as well. You can jump those canals.
Actually, canals you got locks.
Yeah, so you'd have to get
scary.
out.
Oh,
you'd have to get out
a
to
bit
level
freaky,
it up,
that.
wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh, it's like that scene. I've not seen it, but I think it's the opening scene of 28 Days Later or Weeks Later. Weeks Later.
Weeks is the sequel, I think.
Yeah, and it's where, oh God, what's his name? Robert Carlyle.
I don't know who you're on about.
He's like the main guy in it, and he's running and he's jumping onto a boat that's waiting for him, and he's running down this hill, and they've got like fucking hundreds of these horrible sprinting zombies after him.
Yeah.
And he jumps in the boat, and the guy that's like untethering it from the dock gets knocked in the sea.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. And then he gets eaten, so you see all this blood coming up. And then as the main guy's trying to drive off with the boat, the guy that was like doing the mooring reaches into the boat, and the main guy's got to kick him in the face until he falls off the boat, and the boat's just spinning around in circles. And it's just like, oh my Christ. And he ends up chopping him up with the fucking mincing.
Yeah, but imagine that. Imagine that's it. Your one engine gets tied up in weeds or zombie guts or whatever. That's it. You're fucked. Your boat's now just floating.
It's the zombie on the sidelines with his intestines like roped around it, like, come back, you fucker.
And you better hope and pray that boat's got fishing pole on it. Otherwise, your sea adventures are fucked.
Yeah, I'd just end up going to an island and becoming Oliver Queen.
You start doing pull-ups and shit. Well, I'd take the zombie mother. I'd curb stomp it. Teach other zombies a lesson. Well, I like your boat idea.
Okay.
But you'd have to go there with fishing supplies.
Yeah.
And
enough fuel.
Maybe not. You could bring some oars.
That is true.
You could always just do that, but you'd have to make sure you don't fucking lose them, for one. There's a lot of responsibility on a boat.
Yeah, you'd have to get several oars, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
whores. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just making a joke with or. But
sorry,
I just flew past it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is though, where would you go for supplies if you couldn't catch any fish?
Well, I wouldn't go for the boat option first.
First, okay. What would you do?
Because you got.
So you're doing your truck idea.
I think maybe not because of the amount of fuel it would use. I
Right.
think it was practical in the moment.
Grab some oars, mate.
Just as you stood on top of the boat, you just smack a zombie in the head, and that's how it propels you forward. So you just got it down out the window, smack away, smack away. I can just imagine seeing that. I think a big vehicle is good that you can hold more people in, and obviously in the apocalypse, the more people you have, the more secure you are. I think as long as you've got a
trustworthy group, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want any of this Walking Dead malarkey.
I don't know. They became quite a close family, you know.
What, even Negan? No.
Yeah. Oh, spoiler. Yeah.
Because I've not seen any of them.
Yeah, Negan becomes part of their group eventually. After like 8 years as being in
Is this
prison.
after he killed Rick?
He doesn't kill
Oh, no, Rick kills Negan. I'm so confused.
Negan's still alive at the end of the
But he
series.
slit his throat.
Yeah, and then he got somebody to save his life.
Oh.
So their medic saved his life, and then he was imprisoned by
That
Rick.
makes so much sense because I keep seeing Negan in the new series.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
he's got a spin-off
what?
series with Maggie.
Yeah.
So the wife of the man that he brutally murdered and then mocked, he's now got a series
Glenn?
with
Oh.
Is it what?
How do I know so much?
I don't know.
And I've never watched it.
You should. It's
YouTube
good.
Shorts.
It's very good.
I don't like the neck ripping. That puts me off, and I don't know when it's coming.
It doesn't happen as often as you're making it out.
I mean, I saw 2 episodes of it with Andy, and both of them featured neck ripping. So maybe that's the entirety of it.
Maybe there's one scene that comes to mind, and that's when somebody's threatening to rape Carl, and Rick is being grabbed by another guy, and Rick just bites the guy's neck and rips it out.
Oh, right, I'm on about zombies. I think it was a black dude that got
the
his
zombies.
neck ripped out.
Anything that's available, the zombies will jump on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But just look away at that point. It's a very small
Just
margin.
look away when the zombies come on screen. And be like,
Yeah.
"Ah, it's The Walking."
Yeah. No, because technically, the Walking Dead are the people.
Yeah.
See? Right. Cut
What were we talking about?
Cut the Walking Dead talk out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just try and gather as many of my family as I could.
Yeah. All right, Dom.
Fucking stop. Hey, you would survive a zombie apocalypse, though. He'll have his family. But yeah, I'd just get them all together and not head for a supermarket.
No.
What happened in COVID?
A lot.
Yeah, what happened to the supermarkets in COVID? Just in COVID.
Oh, they got raided, didn't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So imagine if people were looking for more than just fucking toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to go down well. I think the best bet is to get the fuck out of anywhere built up straight away. Like, as soon as you possibly can, get what you need from your house and go.
Yeah.
Because if you're in, there was a program I watched called Survivors, and it was back from like the 80s or something, and it was really good. But it was about this pandemic that happened, and there was one guy that had to go back to get supplies because they needed, I think it was insulin, actually. And he went back to the city, and he got infected by like a rat or something that was in there, or he touched something and cut himself, right? And Jack was there, and and then
So he's shagging the rat.
yeah. And he come back and he had to quarantine for ages, but then I think he ended up dying or something. And it's just like, it's so fucking dangerous. That has no zombies in it. But if you had, or did it? It's been so long since I watched it. I think it did have some form of
deadly
weird
plague.
people in it. Yeah. But yeah, just going back and getting supplies once you've left, it's so fucking dangerous. You need to grab what you can first, get the hell out of Dodge, because then everyone's going to be going mental anyway.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be congested traffic trying to get out of the main city. So I'm glad I don't live in London or something, because that'd be nuts.
Yeah, that'd be fucked.
Yeah.
I think the ocean is the best point, but you've got to be careful as well, because one bad day on the ocean and your boat rolls.
Oh, yeah.
You're done.
Run into Somali zombie pirates as well.
We just don't go around Somalia.
It's just
Stay on the-
travelling around Cornwall.
Coast of Dover, yeah. But I think the ocean's good because you're isolated. The only people that are coming to you there is the people with boats.
Yeah.
And again, you could probably
Harpoon them.
Where are you getting this equipment from, brother?
Told you I got an armory.
Yeah. But just imagine, like, you're on the ocean, you've got a nice group, let's say 20 plus people on this boat. You found a big enough boat, that you're 20 plus people.
Yeah.
And you're out there and it's all day it's going to be fishing and trying to get water. Because how many times do you have to fucking boil ocean water before it's drinkable?
I don't know.
It's a lot.
But it's a few times. You get one of those water purifiers.
But you got to get one for each 20 of you.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
you'd need more than one, definitely. But you
Yeah.
could share.
I would say an island is a good idea, but what islands are off the coast of fucking UK? They're not.
The Isle of Newey.
Well,
You got the Isle of Man,
but are these
which is
aren't-
quite good.
These aren't these are inhabited islands. They're not.
Yeah.
We'd be going over there in hopes and praying that these people take us in.
There's an island down the local lagoon from me, to be fair, like in the middle. Got a little boat
You
on
ain't
it.
fishing out on that, brother. You ain't living on that.
Get
And
a
they'll just
stray
again,
duck.
they will just walk to you. You know what I mean? That's not working out very well.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to go to one of these indigenous sort of tribe islands,
'cause
would you? Because they've never encountered society before.
Yeah.
And they're like, they eat you just as quickly as the fucking zombies do.
Yeah, but again, that's where we're lucky and unlucky for being in the UK, because there's no island around the UK that hasn't already been inhabited. So we'd have to venture out quite far. Is it worth it? No, probably not.
I went to an island once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was strictly inhabited by monks
Why were you there?
because they were making chocolate.
That makes no sense. Were they shitting? Were they shitting?
No, it was called Monk Island.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to make a joke.
No, it was legit. It was when we were on holiday and we went to Monk Island to taste their chocolate. I've lived a life, mate. So maybe go there because they'd be all right, wouldn't they? It was either Scotland or Wales. It might not have been like a massive island. It might have just literally been take a small boat ride over and then it's a dot.
I think somebody fooled you.
It might not have been called Monk Island.
Just they called you the island monk because you kept eating their shit.
It's just a
confusing it with
cult.
chocolate.
It's the Illuminati.
Yeah. It's a hard one, actually. I know I wanted to do this episode for a while, but now I'm thinking about it. I wouldn't take the trucks. That's already my plan out the window. Because that thing takes hundreds of litres of fuel.
Yeah.
Where am I going to find hundreds of litres of fuel when I need to fill it up? You know, maybe it'll be easy at the beginning, but towards like a year on, you're fucked. I ain't finding fuel in a year.
Traveling with that on the roads, unless you have like a plough on the front.
That's what I was going to do. Yeah, but again, I've got to find the equipment to do that.
Country roads as well. If you're escaping the built-up areas, the roads get worse as you go further away. So that's going to be an ass. We could go to Snowdon sort of area. That's quite chill, isn't it? Go up in the mountains, get one of the cottages. Look on Airbnb. What?
Airbnb for cottage.
A decent cottage before we leave, and then just all head there. And we've got a nice house that's in the middle of fucking nowhere. To be fair, I've been on some holidays that have been in the middle of fucking nowhere, and we still know where they are and how to get to them. So I could do that.
But you're not the only ones that have been there. Imagine you turn up and there's already like 100 people there.
Party, mate.
Why'd you look at me like that?
Gut.
Alex might finally get laid. All it took was a zombie apocalypse. I don't know. You know what? I'm struggling to think now where I'd go. School, first off, to get supplies. I think there's a lot of stuff that a school will have. Like even just going into
a tractor.
Oh. Just going to like the janitor's closet.
Yeah.
And like he'll have some shears and shit.
I've got some shears and shit.
Oh yeah, fuck it. I'll just go to Stanton. Raid their shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smaller shops in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. A petrol station, I think, would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe like not one of the main ones.
No, not a BP.
Yeah.
Like a Texaco.
Fucking expensive. But
no, that's the cheapest fuel I've got is in a BP. And it's got a higher fuel quality.
And you don't pay for it when you're stealing it. But yeah, apart from that.
Well, that's true. Yeah, if I was stealing it. My car, I'd actually have to probably leave behind, which is devastating.
Yeah.
But
drive it until it runs out of fuel.
It'd bring too much attention. It's too, it's too loud.
That's true. If that car park was anything to go by today.
Stop it.
I'll send you that video.
Yes, please. Thank you. Sorry, carry on. Yeah, my car would bring too much unwanted attention.
So what do you think the long-term goal is? Because how long do you think you would actually survive?
Excuse me.
In an apocalypse?
I think I'd do pretty well because I'm not willing to make much of a risk in the fact of if I've got my family behind me, I wouldn't want to do anything that jeopardizes them too much.
Yeah.
And I know how to take out a fucking zombie.
I've done it before, trust me.
Yeah. I've killed a man.
There's a lot of smackheads around here.
I don't know, to be honest with you. Without knowing what zombies they were, if they were the Walking Dead slow-ass fucking stupid zombies, then in herds, they're
dangerous.
They're horrid, yeah. But as one-on-one, like they're still terrifying, but they're nowhere near as, like, after about 2 seasons of The Walking Dead, they stopped even showing zombie kills because it was so fucking easy to kill 1 or 2 of them. They didn't even show the characters killing them anymore because you already knew what was going to happen.
Right. Okay.
Because they were
But
dumb.
what if they were World War Z zombies?
What fucking? I'll kill myself. I'll just off myself. Yeah. Well, World War Z, their tactic was you get AIDS and then they don't come for you anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't want AIDS.
I'll fuck a man.
Okay. Okay, bro. I mean, all right. I wasn't not doing anything. I just said I didn't want AIDS, and you're just openly spouting your fucking man. You do you, boo. You do you. So I don't want AIDS. Alex will fuck a man. I just don't want to make myself ill so they don't infect me. I never understood the philosophy of that anyway. What do we just give off an ill scent? Or do they, like the boy they avoided in that film was just looked like cancer. Like, if I took a picture of cancer and stuck it next to that kid, it's like, yeah, I get it. It definitely does.
I think it's more of it probably is a sense of smell. But like, oh no, don't eat that because I'll get ill. I'm already a zombie.
That's not why they did. You can't. They didn't want to infect poorly people because they would die and then they wouldn't be. They wouldn't lead on to infect more.
Oh right.
So if you infect a host that wasn't ill, the host would.
They're quite smart then, these zombies.
The World War Z zombies, I would say, is quite smart, but they're also like frantic.
Yeah, they're like rabid, aren't they?
They change quick, and it's like I think at the beginning one guy gets like run over or he gets bit, and then within a minute the guy's changed.
It's like those zombies on Dying Light that are
the sprinters.
Yeah, some of them are normal. And
Yeah.
like they'll just be trudging about in the street, and then all of a sudden they'll just turn fucking rabid and sprint at you.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? And the thing that actually creeped me out with those was the fact that they sometimes still speak.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, please help.
But
like
you know
that.
the
And you're like,
backstory of
what
those.
the fuck?
You know the backstory of those zombies.
I think I've heard it, but I
They're
can't
just
remember it.
new bits. They're new bites.
Yeah, because they're the ones that turn first, and then they become
The
like,
dumbass ones.
Yeah.
So those sprinters are ones that have been overtaken, but there's still a slight bit of human left in them, enough to cower, and then the zombie takes back over and goes
That's
for them.
fucked, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the only version of that I've ever seen. I think in any,
I think
any
so.
concept of like video game or film or anything. That zombie is one of a kind.
Although, don't you have the talking zombies in Walking Dead, like the whispery ones?
No, those are humans dressed up as zombies.
Oh, right.
They literally rip the skins off of zombies and wear them.
Ooh.
They're called the Whisperers. There's a lot of spoilers in this fucking episode, man.
People have probably watched it by now. It's been out years, isn't it?
First spoiler warning at the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, those are the Whisperers. They walk amongst the zombies. They control the flow of the zombies, but they're actually humans dressed as zombies.
Okay.
It's a very interesting storyline.
Yeah. So, I think my sort of I don't want to kill myself.
It depends if the zombie.
Take that out of context.
Yeah. I don't want to kill myself. If it's World War Z zombies, I'm killing myself. And I'm killing my family. Like, I'm not having them suffer in the world of World War Z zombies. And I'm not having them turn either. Swift shot to the head if I can. And they're out. I'm not letting them suffer. Walking Dead zombies, we're gonna fucking fight. Shaun of the Dead zombies, we're gonna fight.
Yeah, I think my long-term goal is to just head to the Winchester and wait for the storm to blow over.
I shouldn't have made a Shaun of the Dead reference.
I was going to say it earlier, but I couldn't really put it in.
Yeah, it all depends on the zombies we are faced with.
Yes.
Because you've got like Zombieland zombies.
Yeah.
And those are in a different. They're an array.
They're sort of a mixture, aren't they?
Yeah, majority of them are feral as fuck zombies.
Yeah.
Which again are the most terrifying zombies. When they run,
something wrong with that, isn't it?
yeah. When
Animalistic.
when they run, that's when like, well, I'm fucked because I ain't running for very long. Yeah, zombie dependent.
Yeah.
From the question that you had, that I can't remember.
It's been a while. I don't really know what else we can say about that. What would be your weapon of choice if you found one?
Oh, machete or sword.
Okay, you actually have one, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I said it. Yeah. Bladed weapon.
Yeah.
Because it depends on, again, the bone structure of the zombies. Because if it's like a human, then blunt weapon.
Yeah.
probably be best. But if they're like butter because of the decay of the bones or whatever bollocks kind of zombie infection we get,
Yeah.
then bladed. Just slice the fucking heads off, man. You could get them done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think a ranged weapon would be good. We've got longbows in our house,
Oh, yeah.
which would be quite good, and we can make our own arrows because we've got the stuff if we needed to. Only limited stuff, obviously. But we're all semi-decent with them because we did a few years worth of training with that. And we got swords and stuff, so we could use that. Got a couple of axes, actually.
Yeah. I'm coming to yours.
Yeah, just come around, mate. We'll share the load.
I would probably bring my family to yours anyway, and I'd be probably on the phone to you, be like, right, you fucking stay at home, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Give me your swords, and then leave you behind. Have fun on your boat, you fuck.
Any other questions?
I'm trying to think now, What else? Your end goal would be the ocean.
Yes. I think if I was to sort of live out my days, it would be on a boat in the ocean, not too far from land, so that if we needed to moor up for whatever reason and repair the boat, then we could. But I would want to be not near a dock. I'd want to be near just a random bit of land.
Yeah.
Just so we don't get completely attacked straight away.
The UK, again, is very difficult because there's nowhere, like in America, you've got so much desolate land. Or Australia, like Zesties, I can imagine they would just find a plot of land.
Yeah.
And just, like, live out there, killing kangaroos and shit and just eating them.
Yep.
But with us, like, every bit of the country really is inhabited.
Yeah, there's not really many places you can go. That's what I said about Snowdonia or like the Highlands of Scotland. But I feel like a lot of people would do that.
Yeah, because the cold temperatures they would hope that it would slow the infection and
down. My question is, what are we doing about the next generation of people? Because they're going to be growing up in this world. Are we going to try and like stop the apocalypse in some way? Or
well, not us, mate. We're fucked. Like we're living out our life now in the zombie apocalypse.
I feel like if we banded together, though, like as a survivors,
mate, Russia would still be trying to take over the planet. Like, Russia would still be like having their war with Ukraine for no reason. I would like to say that the planet could get better over time and we could fix it, but I don't know what that would take.
No.
Like we found a cure for COVID quite fucking quickly.
Well, I think that was about it then. I don't think there's anything more we can add.
Try and save the planet. Fuck a guy if you want to, but not because you want AIDS.
I was just taking one for the team, mate, you know?
Mate, nobody's asked you to do that. Nobody's asked you to fuck a guy.
That's the trouble. I never asked.
I think, was it Brad Pitt? He just injected himself with it. He didn't have to shag a bloke. You decided
There's
to do
the option there.
Shag a
Like
bloke
there's a
or
needle
die.
and just a massive guy, and I'm like,
Shag a bloke or die.
tough decision.
And then you die of AIDS anyway. It just prolonged the fucking death.
Oh dear. Well, thank you very much for listening today. Oh God.
Thanks for listening to Dave. His gluck gluck throat.
Thanks very much for listening to What Would You Do If You Woke Up in a Zombie Apocalypse. We're fucked. Join us next time when we'll be doing something else.
Fucking a bloke.
Follow us on socials.
Oh, we've got Reddit now.
Yeah, we got Reddit, boy. It is r/TheOCP. Go and follow that. Go and post on it. Go and give us some feedback and shit because we need it and we want to see you there because it's nice to have a bit of family over there as like a big community. So, yeah.
You said your bottom.
I think I cut that actually.
Oh, not right now. You haven't.
Words were said. Yeah, so join us again next time. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was a good episode, wasn't it, Josh?
That was brilliant.
That was really good. I especially enjoyed how everyone sounded.
Yeah.
We're here just to say before you go, could you please spread us around? We'd love it if you could just tell your friends about us and potentially leave us a review where you can.
You can rate now on Spotify.
Yes, you can. You can rate us. So
if you could rate us 5, we'd really appreciate it. But if not, that's fine too.
if you do rate us 5 or anything above, I know you can't, but if you somehow hack the systems, I will personally
Don't continue.
thank you.
That's better.
There we go.
Well done. So yes, if you could please feel free to follow us on all the socials.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.